What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Infinite G. Today we're going to be doing a top 10 list. This is our first time doing it, so this will be fun. And it is our favorite championship designs, top 10. And then we'll have 3 honorable mentions. Alright, so you going to go first?
Great introduction. That was really well done.
Thank you.
I'm proud of you. You're getting better. I am here with Infinite G, your WWG champion, and I, of course, am Dad, the world's most handsome dad. It's debatable.
Agreed.
Like G said, we are doing our first top 10 list. This is going to be based off of championships that we like, that we love. We had 2 rules: the design, and then basically like the history behind it. That's how we decided our top 10 championships. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have to give a reason. Can we just do like a reason for each, like just a little reason?
And then we're going to explain why we chose those championships. So, with that being said, Dad is going to go first with his top 10 favorite wrestling belts. And this is from any promotion. It could be from anyone ever. Dad's going to start with his honorable mention. So, let's go to honorable mention number 1.
Hello.
The WCW World Television Championship for Dad. I don't know why. I just always loved this belt. I loved WCW back in the day when I was a kid. This belt it got defended on television. It was just cool, and I just really liked it, the way that it looked. I liked the design, and for some reason, that was a belt that I always loved. So that's honorable mention number 1. Number 2. And also, I mean, there were a lot of great champions that held this title. Booker T, Stone Cold, Ricky Steamboat, Steve Austin when he was stunning Steve Austin. But still, it's a cool belt. It has a lot of history, and that's why I chose it. Honorable mention number 2, the $1 Million Championship, and it's definitely clean. I love the design. The reason that it's not in my top 10 is I think the design is top 10 material. The history of it, of course, the $1 Million Man's the man, but it was never really defended or anything like that. Only a few people have had it, maybe 4 or 5. I love the title, but it's not in my top 10 because there's just it was never defended enough in my opinion. So, but it's definitely an honorable mention because the design is just so beautiful. And then my third honorable mention is the undisputed championship. Oh, we have a visitor. Hello. She loves championship belts too. It's Lilith.
Or what's your favorite championship?
I'm going to guess hers is probably the same as ours. She never gets on camera like that, so it's yeah, that's cool. So for Dad, this is the third honorable mention, the undisputed championship. A lot of greats had it. Eddie Guerrero, Brock Lesnar. It's just a really beautiful design. Anytime they incorporate the globe with the eagle, I'm a fan. So design-wise, it looks good. History-wise, there's a history to it as well. So those are Dad's top 3 honorable mentions. Now, starting with number 10 for Dad's favorite belt is the old green WWF World Heavyweight Championship. I don't know why I love this so much. I think it's just because the green and the gold go pretty well together. Scoot over, bud. Yeah, there you go. I want you to get in the frame. I just think that the gold and the green go really well together. It looks good. It's super old school. I think it has like 6 plates on, or more, maybe more than that.
5 plates
on each. 5 plates on each. It's just a cool looking belt. The Iron Sheik had it. Bob Backlund had it. This is back when WWF was WWWF. So Hogan had it, and then it transitioned to a different title, which we'll get into later. But that's Dad's number 10 pick for favorite wrestling belt. Number 9, the TNT Championship. Scoot over a little bit, bud. I want you to get towards me. Yeah, I want you to get in more. Yeah, more. There you go. So now I just love this design so much, especially the Scorpio Sky edition. The gold, the purple, it's basically Laker colors. It just looks really clean. The design's clean. It looks classy. There's just a lot of, detail in it, and I really appreciate that. Um, you can tell that they spent a lot of time on the design. Now, I didn't pick the Million Dollar Man or the Million Dollar Championship because there wasn't many champions to that belt. Well, you can say the same about the TNT Championship. However, there will be a history to it, and there will be a lot more people who will hold it. So I think that's, yeah.
There's been like 10 champions.
Speak up.
There's been like 10 champions. Cody, Scorpio Sky,
Brody Lee, Wardlow. Yeah, there's been Miro. There's been a few, yeah. But I'm just saying, as time goes on, there's going to be even more of a history to it. Hopefully, Orange Cassidy. He just lost to. Wardlow. So.
Oh, they fought?
They just fought. But that's Dad's number 9. I think it's just because it's so beautiful that it had to be in my top 10. Number 8 for Dad. Let's see if I can find it. So, the old school WCW United States Championship. I just like this belt. I love WCW. A lot of greats have held on to this belt, like Sting, Ric Flair, Bret Hart's had it, Goldberg's had it.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of big names have helped this belt, and it just has a history to it. And I just like the design. Like I said, I like when there's an eagle on the belt. For me, I don't know why, I just like it. So this is my number 8 pick. On to number 7. This is a cool belt. Let's get over towards me. The Smoking Skull Championship. We're trying to stay in this little circle. No, it's fine. The Smoking Skull Championship. This belt's cool because it's one of the only custom belts for a wrestler. Well, one of them. I think the Spinner and the Rated R one. But this is the coolest custom one out of all of them. And I like the design. It's just cool. The snake skins on the back. It's just a pretty looking belt. So that's number 7 for Dad. Number 6 for Dad. The old school World Tag Team Championship. So, I mean, you talk about history. Legion of Doom, the Hart Foundation, the Nasty Boys.
Oh, we can go on forever.
We can go on forever, but
Hurricane and Kane.
A lot of tag teams. Just love the way that this belt looks. It's big and gold, and there's an eagle, there's a world. That's all that I need. It's beautiful and it looks good. So that's the only tag belt in my top 10, but I'm old school WWF, and it just brings me back to my childhood, and that's why it's in my top 10. That's why it's number 6. Number 5 is a championship that's pretty new to the wrestling world. I mean, it is beautiful. AEW has been around for several years now. I think about 3 maybe. Yeah. It's just beautiful. You talk about a beautiful design. I just love the way that the AEW championship looks, especially if we're talking about current wrestling championships right now. The WWE championship has nothing on this AEW championship. There's just so much detail, so much design. Really, really well thought out. What was that?
The WWE championship's just a W. That's it? That's all you give us? This? Look at this. Look at how much detail that there is in there.
The WWE Championship is just the W. It's just the logo. It's just not creative. It's plain. I mean, it looks kind of cool, but it's It's probably my least favorite world championship out of every single one, if
Yeah.
I'm being honest. That one and the Daniel Bryan
Oh
hit,
yeah.
yeah, I don't know, but it is what it is. AEW championship, it just looks good. There's already a little bit of a history to it. There's going to be more of a history to
Oh
it
yeah.
because AEW, I feel, is going to be around for quite some time.
Oh yeah, like 20 more years
Hopefully, as a wrestling fan, we like as much wrestling as we can get. So that is number five, and it's not higher on the list because of the history, and but five is still pretty good for the top 10. Number four.
now.
Number four is the Big Winged Eagle. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Triple H, The Rock, The Big Show, The Undertaker. A lot of greats have held this as well. It came after the Winged Eagle Championship after Stone Cold beat Shawn Michaels for it. This was presented to Stone Cold. It's just it looks clean, and I love the Eagle, love the world on it. I love how big it is. It's just a beautiful looking piece, and this is number four for Dad. On to number three. Now you talk about history and prestigious. Arguably this could be even be number one. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of people just love this belt so much. So many names come to mind when I look at this title: Ric
Oh
Flair,
yeah.
Booker T, Dusty
Flair's
Rhodes.
like the first one that comes to mind.
Ric Flair is absolutely the first person who comes to mind. That'd be a cool video. Who's the first person that comes to mind when you look at a belt?
Oh yeah.
That's a good idea. But Ric Flair, for me, is the first person that comes to mind. There's so much history behind this championship. Even when it was in WWE, there's a lot of history behind it. A lot of greats held onto it. Triple H, Batista, John
Triple H was
Cena,
the first one.
Edge. Triple H was the first one, yeah.
And I looked at this little list and it said like Triple H and Shawn Michaels and you know.
A lot of legends, a lot of all-time greats have held onto it, and just the way that it looks like a championship. It looks like a really just beautiful looking belt. I love it, and this is number three for Dad. On
And that guy from the movie won it too. That wrestling movie.
oh, I will rule you. Yes, he did. He did win it. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. On to number two, and this could even be number one. It was very close.
Oh, it's beautiful. I like the other picture.
The old school. Where is it? Oh,
It's just so
the
shiny.
old school Intercontinental Heavyweight Wrestling Championship. It's just so pretty looking. I love the side plates, the huge world on it with the gold continents, and it's just pretty. It's just as far as the design goes, it's pleasing to the eyes for me. And so many amazing wrestlers have held onto this championship. The Ultimate Warrior, Randy Savage, Ricky Steamboat, Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, British Bulldog. The list goes on and on and on. It's just this belt really. When you got this belt, you were really something in wrestling. And I just Razor Ramon. I think that's
Diesel.
probably who I think of when I look at that title is Razor Ramon.
Yeah.
Diesel. So many greats have held onto this championship, and it's just. I think a lot of wrestling fans would agree that this is just one of the prettier looking belts in all of wrestling. What about you? What do you think?
Uh, it's it's just beautiful. I actually I'll say that later.
It's pretty looking. So that's number two for Dad. And of course, we all know what number one is going to be. I think that a lot of old school fans feel this way. So many greats.
Shawn Michaels, Undertaker,
Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker. I think of Hulk Hogan when I see that belt.
Stone Cold.
The Ultimate Warrior, Stone Cold was the last person to hold it. Just who else? Ric Flair when he was in WWF. Andre.
Million Dollar Man.
Technically, the,
Well,
the Million Dollar Man didn't have it, but
well,
a
no.
lot of really amazing superstars and legends have held onto this belt. Yokozuna.
Oh yeah. Owen Hart should have had it.
Owen Hart should have had it.
And British Bulldog.
We'll,
And
we'll do a top 10 of wrestlers who never had the World Heavyweight Championship that should have.
Yeah.
But this is
Who had a lot.
this is definitely my all-time favorite championship. when I first got into wrestling, and Bret Hart was my favorite wrestler. He had this belt. I just loved the way that it looked. The winged eagle is just so classy. Cody Rhodes did state that if he wins it, the heavyweight championship, that he'll possibly bring this back. I hope that that comes true. I really do. I'm putting that out into the universe. Let's bring it back, universe, because it's just such a pretty looking belt. It's just I can't believe that we don't have it yet. To be honest, we have the toy version, but I just love it. So that was Dad's top 10. The Wayne Eagle is definitely my all-time favorite looking championship. And now on to G's.
Thank you. That's a pretty good list. Pretty good list. My honorable mention. So the first one we got.
I'll do it. Why don't you look at the camera and talk?
I can do it if you want. The City of God's Championship. This is just so clean. There's just so many little columns. It kind of looks like, well, no. Yeah, those are the plates inside. It's just so clean to me. And the name for it is really good. Next one we have the Stone Cold World Custom Championship. This belt's so clean. It's just, well, Stone Cold had it. What, Undertaker? Who else? Just them, right? Stone Cold, Undertaker. It's just so clean. The skull with the smoke coming out of his eyes. It's just really clean. Next I have, this one's good. The Gold Dust Intercontinental Championship. This belt was super clean. Who's had it? Like Razor Ramon, Diesel.
No, we never had that one.
Just for this one, just Gold Dust. It's just so clean. The gold on the strap was gold. He just looked so cool with it. Everything just matched. Now for my top 10 list, I have the European Championship. I just think this belt's so clean. Like the red, the blue, all the flags, the side plates are clean. The World Wrestling Entertainment. It's just, this belt is really clean. D'Lo Brown, Jeff Jarrett. Who else comes to mind?
Kurt Angle.
Oh, Kurt Angle had it? Kurt Angle. A lot of great names. Number 9, the United Kingdom Championship. This belt is pretty clean. I picked it because, well, there's just a lot of detail, way better than the WWE Championship. There's two lions on the front, the small WWE logo. It says United Kingdom Champion. It's just really cool. The crown. Pete Dunne, Walter. Who else has had this? I just know Pete Dunne, Walter right now. On number 8, Number 8 was the Undisputed Championship. This belt, a lot of great names. Brock Lesnar, Undertaker, Big Show, Hogan. A lot of great names. This belt is so clean to me. Like you said, the eagle and the world on the front. Side plates are cool. How it's shaped, it's cool. The name tag, all the feathers and the wings, it's just really clean. Number 7 is the Scorpio Sky TNT title. This belt is one of the cleanest in AEW I've seen. Like top 2 in AEW I've seen. There's just so many little, like the texture, the TNT logo, the purple, the gold strap. It's just a lot of great names. Cody, well, not this one, but the TNT. Cody, Scorpio Sky, Wardlow, Brody Lee, Miro. A lot of great names. On number 6, I have speaking of AEW, the AEW Championship. Again, there's so much detail. Says AEW in different colors. The side plates are huge. They're big. This belt is huge, and there's just so much detail and a lot of effort. People must have put a lot of effort into it. 2 plates on each of the little side thingies. It's just so clean. Chris Jericho has had this. CM Punk, Moxley, a lot of really big names. Number 5, I have the Big Eagle Championship. This is really clean. The bird, or the eagle, the world. It says champion.
2 lines on the side plates.
2 lines?
Or the line is on the side plate, I think it looks like.
What line?
Right here, this is a lion.
Oh, lion, yeah. The lions on the side plate. This belt, a lot of great names. Stone Cold, Undertaker. Who else? Stone Cold, Undertaker, The Rock,
Mr. McMahon.
Triple H, Mr. McMahon. A lot of great names. This belt has a lot of history too. My number 4 is the $1 Million Championship. I picked this belt because I don't know. I just really like how it looks. There's like a lot of diamonds on the front, the money signs. It's just cool to me. It has some history, you know. Not many people, I agree with my dad, not many people have had it, so, you know. It's just a really cool looking belt to me. It's gold. It's just really clean. Stone Cold $1 Million Man had it. Let's see. Number 3, I have the Big Gold. The Big Gold. And yeah, like first person comes to mind, like Ric Flair. You said Ricky had it? Ricky Steamboat. Bret Hart, Shawn, Triple H. Rick Rude. Rick Rude had it? This belt has so much detail. This is one of the cleanest belts I've seen, like ever seen. This has so much detail. The little world and the crown above it says World Heavyweight Championship. Then put your name in the bottom. The side plates have so much detail. This is just a really clean belt. And my number 2, obviously, the right here. Thank you. The old school IC title. So what I was gonna say when my dad had it on his list is that I was watching SummerSlam with Diesel as the Intercontinental Champion, and I just looked at the belt. It was around his waist. He was double champion. He was tag team champion with Shawn. He had it around his waist, and I was just looking at it, and it was like so clean, like the gold, the black strap, the blue, and the world. It's the Intercontinental Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. The side plates are cool. This belt, I want this for my birthday. This will always be clean, and it has a lot of history. Bret Hart, British Bulldog, Owen Hart, Stone Cold. A lot of people. And my number 1, obviously, the Winged Eagle. I mean, this belt is so clean. This is probably, I know I said it a lot, but one of the cleanest belts have really ever seen. The Eagle, the world's in between it, World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion. Is this champion?
Yep.
Yeah. It's just so clean. It has so much history. Like the side plates are cool. So much history. Bret Hart, Hogan, Warrior, Macho Man, Undertaker, Shawn, I don't know, a lot of people. Sergeant Slaughter, that's right. Yoko, Ric Flair. This has a lot of history into it. And this belt will always have a lot of history into it. And yeah, that was my top 10 list.
I think that we have a lot of the same belts on our top 10, so that's kind of cool.
It is.
That was fun. I know how to do it. Next time we'll take turns. You can man the controls while I talk, and then we'll switch like I did. Yeah, that's good. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. I like doing little top 10 lists. It was just fun, and we're going to do more of these. So leave a comment in the comments which you want us to do a top 10 on. We're open to anything and everything that has to do with wrestling. I'm trying to get us back into frame. Scoot over this way a little bit. There we go. Let us know what you scoot over towards me. There you go. Let us know what you want us to do a top 10 list on. Yeah, that was fun. The next one we're going to do is the top 10 ugliest belt designs that we've ever seen. So, yeah, what is this? As always, follow us on Instagram.
Infinite Geo 905, and then be sure to follow Dad at Aries Moon 625, and then always subscribe to us at Infinite G.
Good job, bud. Really proud of you. The way you were talking about the belts, you said texture. I was like, hey, I didn't even say texture. That was good. So these were fun, and I just enjoy just spending time with you and talking about some of our favorite wrestling belts and wrestlers and stuff like that. We have many more of these to come, so stay tuned. But for now, Infinite G and Dad, and we love you. And one love, peace, and equality to everybody always. And thank you for watching. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. All right. Thank you for watching.
Duncan says goodbye.
That's not even Duncan.